And okay, I'm going to have Brett Dillenberg come up here and do a little introduction.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks again for having us. I'm Brett Dillenberg with Platinum Capital. They finally let me out of the office. I haven't seen you guys in quite some time, so thanks for having us. Just a couple quick introductions, and then I'll pass the mic on. First, coming down from Northern California, our new Head of Business Development, Mr. Rick Casano. And a lot of you, I think, know her. She's formerly now the president of Platinum Capital, Mrs. Cindy Erman. And to keep things moving along, we pass the mic over to Rob Hirt. Rob's the CEO of RPM, basically our partner company and mortgage banking platform that we've now been in business with the last 2.5 years, which has been a phenomenal ride for us. It's been a great experience, and there's a lot of great things coming. I'll let him elaborate. Mr. Hirt.
So I was here about a year ago, and I gave you a view of what we thought was going to happen in 2009, and fortunately I'm here today to try to tell you, if I can back it up, what my predictions were, which you'll see. But our industry has gone through a tremendous amount of change in the last year, and I think for all of us who have been veterans of this industry for a long, long time, I think 2009 was probably the biggest change regulatory-wise in the last 20 years. So it's been an interesting ride, but I think this presentation today is just to show you a little bit about what's happened in 2009 for RPM, for Platinum, and what we see as the regulatory changes that have affected us going into 2010. And I'll take you through that, and hopefully you find the information to be helpful. And I'll be happy to answer any questions outside of my predictions as I go through this. So if we can just go to the first one. Again, many of you are obviously partners of Platinum, but just to remind you, they've been around for some time, and I think just like yourselves, to be still standing in this industry after all that we've gone through is a feat in itself. Obviously, Ernst & Young, who's no longer here, liked them. So they definitely have some great credentials. And just quickly about RPM, we have about 36 offices, 450 agents. Last year was a very, very good year for us. We doubled our production. We closed over $4 billion in retail production last year, so it was a very, very good year for us. But I'll tell you, definitely a challenging one. So this time last year, we had a huge agenda for what we thought we had to do to be a better partner to you. And one of them was to be able to be a master seller servicer to Fannie Mae, and we were able to achieve that. And additionally, I think I had mentioned at the time, we had been looking at buying our own depository bank where the deposits are insured by the FDIC. And we were able to go ahead and achieve that. We just closed on our first bank on January 11th, and that took us 22 months, and probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my career. But we've moved to that first step. And then finally, I cannot announce the name of the bank, but the board of this bank that we're trying to buy in Northern California ratified our deal. And in about a week from now, we'll be able to announce officially being able to buy a California-based bank. And that has a tremendous amount of help to us and help to the jumbo markets, and it's something that we've been trying to push for some time. The bank will be renamed RPM Bank of Commerce, and hopefully I don't screw it up too bad. One of the things that we were able to go ahead and achieve, that I think this will be hopefully special to you going forward. So RPM wanted to go ahead and be able to be a master servicer to Fannie Mae, and that has a tremendous amount of benefits to us as a mortgage company, and especially to our loan agents, in the sense that we will start to sell our loans directly to Fannie Mae. We control what are called the overlays to the underwrites. So right now, Fannie Mae says, if you want to sell a loan to us, give us these 10 or 15 things. Well, investors today say, well, that's probably not conservative enough. So they have what are called overlays on top of that. all the loans right now, the vast majority of loans are all being sold to Fannie Mae, but all the investors have these overlays. And these overlays can just be whatever the investor thinks they should be, and it's very, very frustrating because as a mortgage bank, we know where the loan is going, we know who's buying it, but we're adding all these additional conditions, which frustrates the borrower, it frustrates you, it frustrates our loan agent. But the point is, if that investor is requiring those overlays, we just have to accept them. With RPM selling now directly to Fannie Mae, we decide if there are going to be overlays on the file. And so that has a significant difference in the amount of conditions that we'll have on the file. It has a significant difference over the speed at which we can close a loan. But in addition to that, when your borrower receives their monthly statement and we have sold the loan to Fannie Mae and we are servicing it, you will see that our loan agent will have their picture, their contact information on the monthly statement. We are working now to add your picture to the monthly statement, provided that you gave us the loan. You can't have your picture on every one of them. But if you did give us the loan, we will have your picture as well. And the picture will be to the right side of the deal. And we know we can do this. Now the question becomes, it's a tremendous amount of work internally, because you have to imagine that we're going to be doing this for typically the next 7 years for that borrower. Every month they can go ahead and get this statement. What's also great about it is the borrower can come into our offices and make the payment. They can obviously do it electronically, but most importantly, it reminds our clients that we were there in the beginning and we'll be there in the event that they want to change, buy another home. So in the middle of this statement, we will have messaging talking about different loan programs, second homes, whatever the advertisement piece is, and it will be a generic piece. We can't customize it to every single statement outside of our pictures. But the point is, it will allow our loan agents and, in time, yourself to remind your borrower that we were the ones helping you buy that home. And if you need any adjustments or you want to buy another home in the future, we're there for you. And I will tell you, this is a first in the industry. This has never been done before. And it took RPM a tremendous amount of work to get our sub-servicers to allow us to do this. And the reason why is no mortgage company has ever wanted to feature the loan agent as a person responsible for helping the borrower. Because typically a large bank says, well, it's all about the bank. It's not about the relationship. And like you know, we value our relationships. We do want to remind our customers that we were there in the beginning. We want to help you in the end. And we think we want to take it one step further by reminding the borrower that your realtor was there in the beginning. And if you need them, they'll be there in the middle and in the end. So again, we're very, very proud of this statement. We will start to create our first loans under our own master service agreement probably in the next few weeks. So we're totally done, we're totally set up for it. Now it's just a question of getting the process working. So I'm hoping to be able to announce to RPM the next 2 or 3 weeks that we've created the co-branding, as we call it, of the loan agent and the realtor on the monthly statement when it's being sold to Fannie Mae. And of course, as our bank takes hold and we start to do our jumbo product, which I'll talk about in a little bit, we will be servicing the loans identically. So on the jumbo loans, your picture would be on that monthly statement as well. So give it up. So, yes?
A question about that. Your business, a lot of your business is refi business, okay? Clients, we all have in this room clients that have refinanced their loans 3 times over the last 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay? Will the agent's picture also be on those statements after the loan gets refinanced?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's possible to do that. I think what will have to happen as we vet this process out is have the loan agent, we'll have to create an internal form that lets us know that we've closed this loan, I want to co-brand or co-feature this person with me. And of course, we'd have to have your picture and all that fun stuff so that we can automatically send this in monthly. Because believe it or not, it's a great idea, it's great technology, but the way this process works, every month